Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday podcast. Happy Sunday. Hope you're all doing well. Well, um, I'm certainly doing a lot better. Let me first start off by saying a massive, massive, heartfelt thank you to everyone who has donated to me since yesterday, since the channel got demonetized. I really appreciate you all so, so, so much. I was just like, obviously, like I said on yesterday's podcast, just so shocked. But my heart is just so full that you've been so supportive in the way that you have. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you is all I can say. Um, and can I also just say a massive, massive thank you, especially to Lightside, for your incredible generosity and your time yesterday. It is it's just so heartwarming to know that, people you've never even met can reach out like that and be so generous and kind. And that's always, I think, been the heart of the squad, generosity and your kindness. So thank you so much for that. And thank you for those of you that couldn't donate just for sharing around the links. Please continue to do that. Um, just an update on the whole situation. Okay, so I just need to grab a screenshot of something and then I will explain kind of what's going on and a little bit better what happened. Um, so here you can see like a screenshot of the back end. So there's like two things that you can do. You can appeal pretty much straight away, or you can edit your channel and reapply. Now, I made an absolute terrible mistake in that in the panic of everything, I deleted some of my videos. And you can see when you under the heading appeal by sending a video, only choose this option if you haven't deleted any videos since your channel was suspended. Massive, massive mistake. I did not see that. So I actually cannot start the appeal process until the 19th of April now, which sucks. Um, but it is what it is. And with the generosity of you guys, I can definitely keep going for a little bit longer, and I will keep going regardless. And can I just say thank you so much to Casper V, who's a guy out here in Bali, who's been helping me like just get through this and try to understand the whole process. Should have probably reached out to him before I panicked, but thank you so much to him because he's been helping me out a lot. So I have a much better understanding now of the appeals process. But unfortunately, because of the mistake I made, I cannot appeal until the 19th of April. Um, so yeah, that is what it is. But I'm going to continue anyway, regardless. Can I also just say a couple of you have tried to donate through Cash App. Cash App is literally it's just not working. It's not working for whatever reason. It could be because the location that I'm in, could be a problem with the app. I don't know, but I mean, it used to work fine, but it's not working. So if you have tried to donate through Cash App, that's why you're probably finding that your payments are getting declined. So just yeah, I wouldn't send through Cash App. But thank you everyone who has sent. So that's just a little update on the channel and what's going to be happening with the channel. Another thing that I also found out that Casper pointed out to me was that um, you should not try and make another channel to try and get around the sanctions from YouTube until the appeals process is finished, because that could also cause you problems as well. So do keep subscribing to the second channel, but just know that I'm not going to be uploading because it wouldn't make a difference. They would come after that channel as well. So that's something else that I also learned. Learning something new every day with this whole situation. But yeah, I cannot just start another channel like that and start monetizing that channel. That's not going to be possible, and that's not a good idea. I've been advised against that, not just by Casper, but somebody else a couple of other people who commented on this as well. But regardless, let's keep going. And yeah, it was a fabulous event for Harry, a fabulous night. Unfortunately, no, we did not see Megan. She stayed at home. But like I always say, or like we all always say, whatever is best for the couple to do. All right, let me get through some of your comments and then we will get on with things. I will just find just give me a sec and I will get the link if you wanted to continue to donate to the channel. But I continue, by the way, guys and dolls, like regardless of whether the channel is monetized or not, I'm still going to continue. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm absolutely not going anywhere. Not for now, at least. And also for those of you who, if you had your membership cancelled by YouTube, you can sign up via membership via Buy Me a Coffee instead. All right. Get through. Let's see. Here. Hey Maureen, hey Connie, hey Church Nelly, hey Vera. No, Vera, we have still not resolved the monetization issues. If you go back a little bit, I explained exactly why that is, but it will be resolved. It will absolutely be resolved. I see your prayers and your well wishes. there were like over 200 comments in my last video. I am actually trying to get through all of those comments and respond to all of those comments. So it's just I've had so many. I haven't been able to yet, but I will respond to all your comments and thank you so much. Thank you so much, Khadija. Um, the Anna, April 19th is my birthday. Hopefully, one of my presents will be your being successful. Thank you so much. Oh. Marcia at YouTube asked me, "Do I like this channel?" When when I logged in this morning. Oh, really? It's going there now. And also, just to be absolutely clear, this wasn't an issue with anything I say on this channel. It was a content reuse issue. So I get the feeling it's some kind of it's probably one of the videos that I've uploaded either as a short or on the videos tab. That's what I think the problem is. This wasn't an issue of anything that I've said about the royal family, and unfortunately, that's also just the way it is with the hater channels, and that's why they're allowed to thrive. And I don't think it's very unfair that the hater channels are allowed to thrive like that. But as far as YouTube is concerned, you can say almost whatever you want, regardless of the consequences. Oh, just as long as you don't just upload a video in the wrong way. But you can say whatever you want, no matter how hurtful it is. Rather interesting. Okay, let's get into it. So, actually, before we get on to Harry's big night, just a couple of other updates. My son Harry Ann posted this. He said, "If you are in London, don't forget to check out my portrait of Marcus Rushford." And what an absolutely glorious portrait it is. Definitely go check that out at the MPG London. Thank you so much, Mr. Missan, for reminding us of that glorious portrait of Marcus Rushford, incredible young footballer who campaigned for school dinners for kids at a time when the UK government was fighting against it. Got to keep the little ones starving a little bit. And it took for a footballer to stand up, a black footballer that for that matter, to stand up and say, no, this isn't right. So absolutely wonderful that Miss Anne took a portrait of him. And yes, you can go and see a portrait of someone who uses his status and money to help others, hanging in the National Portrait Gallery for you to view today. In other news, the clown Royal Rotarat, a wannabe royal writer with his trash book, is now backtracking. This is the Robert Hardman who was responsible for all the headlines about the Queen being angry about her great granddaughter's name and the fact that Lilibet was used as her name. Absolute nonsense. I don't believe any of it. I do still very much believe that the Queen adored her grandchildren and great grandchildren, and that this was just sensationalism that got incredibly out of hand. And now he's backtracking, now saying the Queen adored grandson Harry right to the end. Saying, well, it's unclear exactly what happened between the two. It's unclear because you don't know and you weren't there. While it's unclear exactly what happened between the two or whether explicit conversations were had about the naming of Lilibet, one thing was beyond a doubt, that the Queen's unwavering love for Harry. I mean, the Queen adored Harry right to the end, and Harry adored her. She met Lilibet and loved her great granddaughter. That was not an issue, Robert explained. What was an issue was the handling of the story that came after the naming of Lilibet, and it was the way in which the Sussexes put out a statement saying the Queen had been entirely supportive of their name, and it was being largely not suggested, but stated that she had given this blessing. That's because she probably did. And so you created a whole false story over the fact that Harry and Meghan basically clarified a lie. So they put out a statement to add clarity to the lies. And then you create a lie on the back of that, saying what was an issue was the handling of the story. How do you know it was an issue? Were you there? Let me guess, it was my palace sources that told you. Oh, these people, they never learn. Okay, on to another thing. I just wanted to point this out because I never want to say anything wrong. So there was this um picture of William in his brand new flashy sports car going into the hospital to see Kate, and in the back there was a man in the back car in the Rover. Now I initially thought that this was Christian Jones, and a whole bunch of other people were saying it was Christian Jones, but now some people are saying that that actually wasn't Christian Jones. So I'm gonna hunt a little bit more for a straight answer. Um, because initially, when these pictures came out, I noticed that nobody was really paying attention to the man in the back. And when I saw the picture, I immediately thought, "Oh, isn't that Christian Jones?" But some people are saying it is, some people are saying it isn't, some people are saying it's just a security guy. So I don't want to wrongly frame the situation. I'm gonna find out for sure who that actually is. Now, if it is Christian Jones, that's very fishy. If it's not Christian Jones, it's just a security guy, then fine with it, whatever. I'm looking for a straight answer. If anybody actually has a straight answer, um, please let me know. But I don't want to misreport that that is someone when it isn't. So I just wanted to point that out. Um, all right. I'll go to your comments before we get on to the next thing. Thank you so much, Prudence. Blessings to you too. Thank you so much, R. Carter, for the coffee. It's much appreciated. Hi, everyone who's just joining the chat. Yes, Colleen, how am I going keeping the haters off balance? And the thing is, it's, like Harry said, they are absolutely terrified of losing the narrative because the press is terrified of losing the narrative because they'll just have to admit defeat. I mean, they darn near almost are at this point. They're just not saying it. But there's no way that you can look at this picture or this picture and say that this is a man who's failing. The richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos, is not going to stand next to somebody who's failing. All right, let's get to the ceremony. Now, here was a screenshot of the tables. Now, I didn't manage to get this on the prices of all the tables were still there, but must have been a pretty pricey event because just the after party ticket alone was over £400, coming close to £500, and that ticket included the admission to the after party at the Beverly Hilton. And after party tickets were only available to attendee ticket holders of the actual main ceremony, and it was a room full of A-listers, other living legends, and I would also say quiet wealth people. If there are a bunch of rich people in the room and you don't know who they are, that's quiet wealth and quiet power. I looked at that room and I didn't know who half the people were. And that tells you that there's someone. If they're in a room like that, goodness knows how much those tables cost. That tells you something about people in the room. Because real wealth and power is quiet, and often you don't even know their names or how they're moving. And Harry accepted his awards very gracefully with some jokes. He joked with Travolta, saying, you were 1 year old. Oh, sorry, he was 1 year old when Travolta danced with his mum. And here he is, as a grown man, now next to the guy. Apparently, he wore his wedding tux. So reusing a very nicely fitted, perfectly fitted suit with the velvet detail. I thought that was, I don't know if it was a nod to his mum, but it definitely felt like it. I thought that was pretty sweet for him to rewear his wedding tux. And Travolta's still looking good for his age. Still looking good for his age. And yeah, Harry was working the room, having a good time. Another thing that I noticed was that the event holders, they only allowed certain press on the red carpet. and there were no press allowed inside. They probably had their own official photographer, but the tabloid press and magazines were not allowed inside, and there was only a limited number of them allowed on the red carpet. So very, very tightly controlled, and almost no information leaked about what went on inside. There's a few videos circulating, but they're all very nice videos of Harry talking a little bit, and also afterwards, there's actually a video circulating of the Daily Fail that tried to get one of the attendees to say something nasty about Harry, and he was like, "No, I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. I know you. I know what you're about." And the guy was not falling for it at all. Thank you, Khadija J, for those free copies. Thank you. And because they got such little information, oh, how the mighty have fallen. You see the Daily Fail writing articles like this about Harry's bodyguards, um, just with the boxes of his awards. This is what the Daily Fail have been reduced to. And I love it for them. And then you also had this. Thank you to Squaddy, he posted this on Twitter. So you see this article here? So the main headline says Harry arrives without Meghan at Living Legend Awards. And then the caption for the photo says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle spotted at ceremony, and then Prince Harry and Meghan Markle look glamorous. They literally do this for SEO purposes to push their articles up the rankings and to get more clicks, knowing full well that that Meghan was not there with Harry. So that's not a typo at all. That's deliberately done for SEO purposes to push up the article because they're desperate and thirsty for clicks. And then you've got articles like this, Harry breaks cover. Harry wasn't breaking cover. He was invited to this award show. We knew he was going to be there. He's not breaking cover. He's not hiding from you. Again, trying to paint that narrative. And there was all this nonsense about, oh, Harry and Meghan should tone it down. Tone it down for people like this? I mean, how dare you, with your fancy robes and capes and feathers and velvet and all sorts, telling somebody else to tone it down. How do you dress like this and you're telling somebody else to tone it down? Please. Okay. Marcia, that's Christian Jones or is it a twin? Sharon G said it looks just like him, it's him. So you think it is him? Well, I just want to find out for sure. I don't want to say it's him and then it's not him. But some people were arguing with me in the replies on Twitter saying that it wasn't him. So I just want to make 100% sure. Ladybird, so what if they paid to attend? This is a charity. These people can afford it. This is how these events go. Yeah, I think, and that money goes towards, you know, helping people that maybe don't have access to being in, the aviation industry, and also just inspiring young people to take interest in it. So yeah, I'm sure they paid top dollar, and that's no, nothing wrong with that at all. Yes, make it make sense. So you can get your channel back. It's just unfortunate that I did make that initial mistake in a panic, and now it's just going to take a lot longer. But it is what it is. Ladybird, and they wrote an article before the event, and then they got confused. Well, and that's why you need to wait and not just put something out there. All right. Else that I want to mention? Nope. Didn't really. Hang on a sec. Let me look at all my slides. Oh yes, the lady troll that got into the event. Give me a sec, folks. All right, one moment. I think some of my slides haven't loaded. One moment, folks. Thank you for waiting, folks. Yes, some of my slides did not load. So here we are. Carolyn Graham, this troll. Now, I don't know where Carolyn Graham lives. She writes for the Daily Mail. It could be that she lives in California. If she lives in the UK and she flew all the way to California, that is mighty sad. If she lives in California and instead of enjoying the sunshine, she's still bothered about where Harry and Meghan are and what they're doing, that is still also sad. And then what is even more sad is that she calls this a vainglorious gala, felt like the popping of Harry's bubble, but it was hard not to feel just a smidgen of sympathy for him. That's her recalling her night at the Living Legends of Aviation Award that she paid to go for. It was so vainglorious, she paid to go to it. And then she then referred to it as a D-list gathering. No wonder the audience was abuzz as they waited for their guest of honor to arrive, although his faded royal stardust would not be enough to save the deeply unimpressive night. I don't know. Jeff Bezos looks mighty impressed to me. His partner Lauren Sanchez was certainly impressed. She actually posted this picture on Twitter. She posted a carousel, and this picture was part of the carousel. And the trolls did come under her comments. And on Lauren's Instagram, she has limited commenting. So you have to be following her to make a comment. So these trolls literally followed her just to make an anti-Harry comment. And I just know that this picture has a lot of people shook. This is what, the second time Harry has been seen with Bezos, and and Amazon sponsored all the tickets for Invictus, and they'll probably do that for the next Invictus as well. That's why you could show up to Invictus and not pay, which is remarkable. I've never heard of that for any sporting event. Thank you so much to Daria E, who joined as a member, and thank you so much to Andrea Allen, who bought me a coffee. Much appreciated. Thank you. And of course, that lady is the same one who wrote a biography about Camilla and was hanging around with Meghan's distant father. These people have no shame whatsoever. This is literally stalking somebody who you don't know and you claim to not like. And you're going to call a whole event vainglorious, an event full of A-listers and wealthy connected people. And this whole idea of, distinctly D-list. People who are really powerful and wealthy, they like to be private. You don't actually see them on red carpets. They're never seen. They're pulling strings behind the scenes. I can almost go as far as saying that the more quiet and unseen you are, the more powerful you are. Power is silent. Real wealth is silent. It's like the celebrity A-list who are actors and them, that type of thing. Those are the ones you see on the red carpet. Right. Jenna the Capes. robes and feathers. You're referring to Prince Andrew. I mean, it's just so much, isn't it? Wait, where's the picture? Oh gosh, did I delete it? What have I done with that? Oh yeah, here it is. And it's like, where do you even begin with this? You couldn't ring Stella McCartney to redesign this? I mean, you've literally got feathers, you've got gold, you've got, three different colors of velvet, and then you've got the suit on the inside. A mess. You can redesign things to look more modern and more in line with the modern times. Like all cultures have, traditional garb and traditional um, things that they wear. Although granted, I will also say that in most cultures, um, it's something that everybody has access to and everybody wears. So it's like it's part of the overall culture. So not to, completely not to, come across as disrespectful. Um, but in the case of, Andrew and these lot, you have to be of a certain class to wear those robes. And they present themselves as, because we get to wear this, we're the important ones. This isn't something that everyone can share in. And the audacity to say that you're the important ones with feathers like that on your head. Thank you, Lady Bird, for reminding people to hit that thumbs up button, please. Hey, B Speaks, how are you? Hey, Mina. All right. Yeah, and there was this in one of the tabloids. It said the presence of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in the UK. So what they're trying to say in this is that Harry and Meghan should go back to the UK. The presence of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in the UK for this royal health crisis in a parallel history would not just have made Meghan the Princess of Hearts. It may also have quelled some of the speculations and questions over Kate's condition and diagnosis, which remains unknown. Okay, first and foremost, it would have absolutely not made Meghan the Princess of Hearts. You know what would have happened? If Meghan had gone back to the UK to go and see Kate, all of the UK tabloids would be saying, oh, she's trying to draw attention to herself. She's making it about her. That's what they would say. They wouldn't say, oh, she's being mindful and kind to her sister-in-law. That's what they wouldn't say that. And the idea that it's Meghan's responsibility to quell the speculation over, Kate's health and condition and what's going on, that's up to the palace. It has nothing to do with Meghan. People are suspicious because of the way the palace worded that statement. Then it goes on to say, among those wondering aloud was the Today Show Savannah Guthrie, who asked British royal expert Daisy McAndrew, it makes you wonder, why did you ever schedule events if you know this was planned? Well, a lot of people were asking that, not just Savannah. The Duchess of Sussex, who was once a hugely popular figure in the UK, until the entire tabloid media smeared her name. I mean, y'all were the ones who took her from hugely popular to unpopular. It was you. If the Duchess of Sussex, who was once a hugely popular figure in the UK, could have stepped in at engagements for her sister-in-law, that information vacuum may have been easier to fill. No, what would have happened was that no matter what Meghan did, no matter how hard she tried, it would have never been enough. You would have trashed her at every opportunity. You would have said she's trying to overtake and overshadow Kate. That's what you would have said. And as Henry VIII said, she said, translation, the palace is really ticked. They don't have inside information or control over the Sussexes to leak in order to cover up the Wells's current S show. Indeed. And they're not going to have any access. And I hope it stays that way for a very, very long time. All right. I think that's all I wanted to get through. Thank you for your continued support, folks. Like I said, unfortunately, I made an absolutely terrible mistake, and it's just going to be a much longer time until I can appeal. But I'm still going to be here, and I appreciate you continuing to support me in the way that you are. And hopefully, come April 19th, we can, try to get this channel remonetized. And just I guess also just let this be a lesson to anybody else who wants to start a Sussex platform in the space, or just if you want your platform on YouTube at all. The YouTube terms and conditions, and then we have to abide by them. So thank you to I think Khadija J, I think I did say thank you to you, to Daria E for joining membership, Andrea Allen for coffee, Anonymous for coffee, and Right Church Wrong Pew for donating as well. Appreciate you all so much. Um, all right, I'm gonna end it there, and wishing you all Driftdilly. Tell us about the new channel. Oh, were you not here when I said at the beginning? I'm I was advised, and it even says in the YouTube terms and conditions, not to try and start a new channel to get around the monetization blocks. That is not advised. The new channel will still be there, and you can still go and subscribe, because it may be that like in the future, just to have that there. I start building that channel slowly. But yeah, for those of you, okay, let me just put it on this because I think some of you weren't here at the beginning of the podcast. So go back and watch from the beginning. But yeah, April 19th. Yeah, here's the screenshot. Because in the panic of everything, I deleted some videos. My first mode of appeal is basically disabled. So you should not delete videos. So you can see there it says only choose this option if you haven't deleted any videos since your channel was suspended from monetization. So if I try and appeal now, they're just going to come back to me and say you can't appeal until the 19th of April. So I have to go for option 2, just to explain for those of you who weren't at the beginning. Yeah, but it's fine, guys and dolls. Like, it is what it is, and yeah, it is what it is. Like, I'm not. I have your support, and I appreciate that so much. And yeah, there's other contingencies that I'm putting in place in the background. So just thank you for your continued support, because it really just yeah, it helped me feel so much better yesterday, and I just know now that we're gonna get to the other side of this. All right, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow, folks. Thank you as always. Ciao.
In my soul, in my soul, in my soul, in my soul, I feel so alive. I feel so alive. I feel so